Welcome to Coffee and Cards. Welcome to Coffee and Cards. So today we have Hem with us, as you can tell if you're on Facebook. And if you're on YouTube, you can see Hem. Hem is amazing. But if you are on Instagram, you probably won't be able to see Hem, but hopefully you can hear her if you want to stay on Instagram. But if you want to get the full experience with me and Hem, you might want to flip over to Facebook, Heather Danielle Psychic Medium, or also into the Rise into Your Power group. And if you're in the Rise into Your Power group, I just have to tell you that your comments are like confidential because it's a private group. But if you're on my Facebook page, then guess what? Everybody can see it. So how are you doing, Hem?
I'm really good. It's good to be here. I haven't seen you for so long. So it's lovely.
Yes. And I want to tell everybody just in case, because I know that we've been getting some new peeps on Coffee and Cards. What you do is you comment, and then me and Hem, we're going to be drawn to, names or to comments, on the side there. And that's how we just do random readings. We just kind of trust that Spirit is going to lead us to people who need that guidance. And it's kind of funny because sometimes you're getting the guidance, even though we say, oh, it's not, we didn't call out your name, but like it's for you. Right, Hem?
Yes, my darling. Oh, there's everyone's here. But some people say Facebook user, so I don't know who you are. So I'm just saying hello and lots of love because I don't know who you are.
Yes, if you mean this Facebook user, that means you didn't let StreamYard have your name, which is totally cool. We don't need to have your name because we just might be like, oh, Facebook user who said this. We don't know who you are. It's about energy. So it's not even about like your name or what you comment.
Hi, Marion.
Okay.
There's loads of people. So many people.
Oh my gosh. And good morning, Virginia. Good morning, Choppers and Amanda. Okay. Now, Hem. Okay. This is so crazy. We have got to let the cat out of the bag. What cool thing happened this morning?
A weird thing happened this morning.
A weird thing.
The angels kept saying to me, you need to do these cards. And I was like, well, whatever. And then what happened? Go on, you tell the rest.
Okay. So let's show them. You said that you were guided to do what card deck? The Magical Mermaids and Dolphins by Doreen Virtue.
Yeah.
All right. Hem is in England right now, 5 hours ahead. Okay.
We didn't tell you.
I have a zillion freaking card decks back here. And without even talking to Hem, and this morning when we got on just a few minutes early, she was like, I'm really guided to use the Magical Mermaids and Dolphins. And I'm like, oh my God. So hold up your card deck so that they can both see it.
Oh my goodness.
Mermaids and Dolphins, both of us. Look, I even have I am like trying to dress like a mermaid today. So I thought that was hilarious. So this is definitely a card deck that we need to use.
It is the one. However, let me tell you the other secret. They kept telling me I needed to do these ones. And I was like, no, I don't want to do those cards. And then they said, you need to bring them. So I brought them. And then Heather goes, I'm feeling really mermaidy. And I was like, oh, man.
Okay. I just have to tell you something that's so funny because I felt the same way. I'm like, I don't think I should use those cards. So I brought my alternative cards, which were the Messages from the Mermaids by Karen K. So isn't that cool?
Well, those is the alternative dragon cards.
The dragons. I don't have the dragons one. Okay. Karen K and I have been talking. We have been talking. She's the creator of this Oracle deck. And guess what? She wants to be on my podcast. So hopefully it will happen. But I was like mind blown. So then when I was like, no, we shouldn't use these ones. Maybe we should be using these ones. But these are the ones that I was guided towards and the same ones that you have. So I think that let's start off by like you choose a card for like the group and I'll also choose a card for the group.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Wait, I can use the thing now. Look, there's a scammer.
Yes.
Don't worry, I got him, guys. I'm hammering this spammer. Don't worry, we're good now. I think we're good now.
She likes the dragon deck.
Heather got into the creative stuff. Okay, here we are now, as we were.
Right. I meant to be doing a card, but I got distracted by the scam alert.
Yeah, sorry. And Jamie says that she has the dragon deck. Do you guys have the dragon deck? What do you think?
I don't know. Ooh.
Man. I'm trying to see how they can hear you better on Instagram.
I don't really know what to do because I've got it quite loud here. I don't really.
Yeah, I already turned up the volume as much as I could.
Yeah, I don't know if it means anything if I do anything. I don't know.
Yeah. Can you go maybe go pop on over to Facebook? Okay, I already got my card.
Okay, I got mine too.
I don't like my card.
Oh my god, him, it's Doug. I have already gotten one sign from him this morning. Today isn't a good day date wise. Thanks for the additional sign. What sign? I don't know who that is. So I know this
Oh
person.
my God, it's Doug. I have already gotten one sign from him this morning. Today isn't a good day otherwise. Thanks for the additional sign.
Okay, well, you're welcome. Whatever that was about. You are absolutely welcome, Doug.
All right, you go with your card first because I like
Okay.
mine is.
So you don't, I thought you said you liked it. So the card that I got is Treasure Chest, okay? And it says an unforeseen windfall of new abundance comes to you now. And I need to ask the angels about this because when I saw it, I was like, really? That was my response to this card, okay? But they are saying that for some of us, because this is for the collective, it's for everybody, this card, but there is going to be something coming that you weren't expected. So you might get a check or you might get some money that you're not, no way.
Oh, I'm showing Instagram as you were.
Did you get that card as well? No.
No.
Okay. With all her channels, she's confusing me. But yeah, so they're saying that this windfall is going to come, but it's not going to be. Don't be looking for thousands and millions, okay? But what they're saying, it's going to be something you're not going to have to pay for that you thought you were going to have to pay for, or it's going to be cheaper. There's going to be that, and it's coming in fairly soon. And I love that. I love that. Did you want to say anything to it?
No, I absolutely just love it. I feel like it was a message for me. Like it's almost like the treasure is coming. Like so just like almost like I hate this word. I know a lot of people hate this word, but having that patience, it's right here. So if it's not happening already, it's right here. Is that you're getting the same thing?
The reason I'm laughing, morning Tina, the reason I'm laughing, morning Jamie, the reason I'm laughing is because when I do my readings, I do my ones, it comes up all the time about patience. Patience. They're not talking about patience in the terms of you don't have to do anything, sweetie. You can do stuff, but you still just have to wait for them to weave it for you so you can have it.
Okay, and now I understand my card. So everything happens for a freaking reason, right? You chose that card. You know, I had you go first for a reason and stuff because this is saying literally to have patience, that the treasure chest is right on the other side. Like trust and everything else that it is coming, trust that you're going to be guided to how that you need to, guided on what you need to do. And then my card is have faith. Like have faith that this is happening, have faith that you are going to be able to get to where you want to be, things will work out, all that jazz, like everything that Hem said. And if you couldn't hear her, it was literally talking about the treasure chest that says an or unforeseen windfall of new abundance comes to you. So this is literally having faith that it is, having faith in your intuition, having faith in the signs that you've been getting, right? If you keep on discounting them, then it's going to suck for you. But if you just believe in the signs and the coincidences that you get, it's just going to get better and better and better because spirit, your past loved ones, your angels are going to know that you are speaking their language and they're going to be like, yes, she gets it. And they're going to give you more and more and more. And you just have to trust that you are going to notice those next steps that you have to take when it's time for you to take them.
Facebook user made me laugh because they put, patience, everything happens for a reason. Wow, universe has got you. And it is true. Most of us are like, patience, not again. We don't want to wait for it. We don't want to. We don't want to have faith. We just want it to happen. But they keep saying to me, and they've been drilling this message and going on and saying, we need to understand if we don't give it time to create itself, it can't grow. It can't be created. We can't have it. So, yes.
Oh my gosh. And then who was this for? This was for everybody. So if you heard that, then I trust that it's for you. Okay. I'll take it even if it's not for me. I'm ditto. Okay. Okay. So PSH Walbach on Instagram. Just a really quick message for you. It says friendship and it says make a date for a play date with one or more friends. So really quick, I get that you don't take things so seriously. I feel like you need to get more spiritual friends. I feel like you need to surround yourself by better people. Like because you're more sensitive than other people and you're more like aware than other people that maybe you're hanging around. And that's why like you just need to hang out with us. Okay. Like you need to hang out with us on Coffee and Cards, and then maybe in the Rise into Your Power group, or even if it's not my group, then like a Facebook group or an Instagram. You got to get around like those nice and awesome people. Like me and him too. Like me and him didn't know each other, and then spiritual stuff brought us together. And the same thing with everybody like in the comments. It's like we're like a little family now. And I love it. Don't you agree, Hem?
I do agree. And I didn't find my angel yet. I don't know where it is. I think I need to buy a new one. But those of you who don't know, I lost my little angel pendant and it went missing. And I haven't found it. So if any of you think you know where it is, tell us.
Okay. Anyone who's in the Rise into Your Power group, so like Lisa, I see you on here right now. Celeste, I don't know if you are, but Jennifer, I think that you're on. Jamie, there is a girl in the Rise into Your Power group who has the uncanny ability to find objects. I keep on forgetting her name. If you're on here, like message, say something, because she is amazing. Like my friend lost her laptop, like her like iPad or whatever, could not find it, could not find it. That's just not a gift that I have. And it was so funny because she kept on telling, showed my friend, she was like her end table, her side table. And she's like, what do you mean? I already looked in there a dozen times. It's not in there. And so finally one day my friend took the drawers out and it had fallen behind one of the drawers in the end table.
Amazing. I
Yeah.
love that. I love that.
Yeah.
I've
So
just
let me
got a
know.
feeling I'm never going to get it back though.
I love what
No,
Christine says. Maybe it
Christine,
was
I
time
haven't.
for you to be done with it. Kind of like crystals, when your crystals break and things like
It is
that.
a crystal. Yeah, it's a rhodonite crystal, so maybe.
Oh, Chris Travis. Yes, 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 yes. That's funny. Sorry, so sorry. I'm so sorry. You're like, Heather, what's going on over there? Okay, so the
I
one that I
know.
found you on Instagram about the friendship card, that's Chris. And so Chris is really awesome. Chris has been bringing, coming into our community a little bit and stuff. And she says, so funny. I had to use my husband's account, up north, and signal sucks. So this is someone that I've known, that I've been talking to about it. It still stands what I said. So you are definitely in the right group. So keep on hanging out with us. So you're doing good. Okay. Sorry,
Okay.
Hem. Are you drawn to anybody? I know I'm a little ADD for you, but it's your fault. It's the energy that you bring.
Cheek. Okay, I can't see many people, and a lot of people have got Facebook users, so it's a bit harder. Then I tell you what I'll do. I'm going to look and just see if I feel someone, even if it says Facebook user. I will read out your comment. See. Actually, I've got Sharon. Sharon keeps popping up in my Sharon. This card's for Sharon. Okay. Ooh, that is definitely for you. That was really fast. So Sharon, you've got the alchemy card. It says you have the Midas touch, and it says everything you touch now will turn to gold. The angels are saying it's actually, I like it when I get cards like this and they literally throw the message in at me quite loud. They're literally saying, Sharon, there is actually lots of opportunity, and you have this doorway literally opened up for you at this. It is so now. It's so now centric, okay? And they're saying to me to say to you, if you want something, this is the moment to start that ball rolling, and to not kind of think too much about it or procrastinate around it or to wonder about it. They're saying if you can put something in place and move something in place, then you will feel a lot better because you'll be able to move through it. The other thing they're saying to me to say, though, is be really careful of not, I can't even hold this up anyway, of not finding it and not getting there, because they say if you resist it, you're not going to be able to tap into this Midas touch. The Midas touch is you doing something with the gift that you have, as opposed to expecting the universe, source, or God, or whatever you believe in, the angels, to do it for you. This is you doing it. So they're saying to me that you do need to take steps. You do need to spin yourself into that web and start creating and building for the future. And it's actually really exciting because the thing that I see the most on this is when I look at this is a sense of freedom around it. There's freedom for you. I do sense something to do with your voice as well and using your voice in some way. Okay, you got anything lovely?
Oh, wait, with that, it was like 100% too, because I feel like, and this is I always say, correct me if I'm wrong, Sharon, but I feel like you might feel like what life is happening to you, and it's almost like you just have to like roll with the punches, and it's like freaking punching the crap out of you, and you're like, there's nothing I can do, like this is life, and it's like, no, it's like this is a reminder that you have options to take. You actually have things that you can do to like better your situation and stuff, and I think like that throat thing too is also a little bit to do with the throat chakra as well, to going ahead and speaking up your voice, standing up for yourself, and not even just speaking, but taking those actions. Because a lot of times we can go ahead and keep on talking a big game, but it's like we need to take those actions. And one thing that's coming up for me right now, and tell me who else feels this way? Who else feels this way? I cannot be the only one that feels this way. Like with our spouses, okay? It's like, I can't do this because you're no fun and you suck and you don't want to spend money and you don't like going to places I do, and all you do is either do this and do that. You're always working, or you're always on the phone, or you're always whatever. But the thing is that we can't help what they do. We can only help ourselves. And we think that we can't do what we want to do because of them. But the truth is we can. We're the ones putting ourselves in the box. Who says that they're boss? No one's our boss. Only God is our boss, So it's like, stop making excuses and do what you want to do. I'm literally in that now. And so like yesterday, okay, you guys, I'm going to tell you something, okay? You want to hear this, Em? Me and my husband went and had an afternoon cocktail. It may have been a little bit too strong. We might have went to the furniture store afterwards to get some end tables. The next thing you know, I'm buying like an $8,000 couch. My husband is being so sweet. He's just like, are you sure you want to do this? Like, are you sure you want to spend $8,000 on the couch? And I'm like, yeah. Like, don't hold me down. Like you chose other things, so I'm choosing this $8,000 couch. And he's like, you hate the couch. You don't even like sitting in it. And I'm like, well, I like sitting in this one. And so then after I bought it and everything, like my buzz wore down, and I'm like, yeah, I don't think I want that couch anymore. I got it. I got it refunded. But it's just kind of like that. It was like I just kind of like rebelled because I thought that he was holding me down, and it's like, no, I want an $8,000 couch. And then it's like,
I think we should keep you away from cocktails.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, okay, do not go drunk shopping. That is the spirit story here.
Never go drunk shopping. Like, don't even think about it. And don't go online when you've had some to drink either and start commenting on people's posts. No, do not do that.
Oh yeah, don't do that. Drunk commenting. No. Oh, really quick too. I want everybody to if you have it, like this post, and you can even share it to any Facebook groups or anything like that, because I feel like Hem and I are great peoples, and I feel like we need to get more people's helped, and more people needs readings and stuff, and needs to hear our crazy stories. So definitely do that, because I'm also curious. Yeah, I'm just curious. So just do it because I said so.
I do want to say something. So. You were talking about the whole no one can control you, blah, 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 blah. I do morning pages when I feel like it. I don't do them every day, okay? I did them today. Guess what I wrote? Exactly what Heather said. I suddenly realised it was me. I was holding me back. It's not been anybody else. It's been me.
Yeah.
Listen to that, guys. That's for you, because we both said it, and I wrote it this morning. If you feel held back, look inside and check it out, okay?
Yep. And sometimes you might not even be held back. It's you holding your own self back. Like I was just like,
I mean,
I was like sticking it to my husband, and it's like, no, he wasn't holding me back. Okay. So who was it? Celeste. I was really guided to Celeste because I also keep on seeing that there's a road, and I've never seen it before until recently, and it says Celeste on it. So Celeste, I don't even know if you're still on here, but I kept on seeing Celeste. And so now when I see her on here, I'm like, okay, wait a second. She definitely needs guidance. Like there's something here. I don't know anybody else named Celeste. By the way, beautiful name. Wish I had it, whatever. So I just thought it was really funny that the card treasure chest came up for her. So 1000% stuff's happening, right? Yes. I love it. And okay, so
that is insane.
Yes. And so we already talked about the treasure chest, Celeste. So definitely everything that we were saying that pertains to you, it's a little extra confirmation there. And then the other card that came up is saying that you're being helped. And there's like this feeling too, and I don't know if it just comes and goes with you, but there's this feeling of sometimes like feeling alone, or like people don't get you, or like, maybe you don't have the support or something along those lines. Like almost like you think that your wishes, your prayers or whatever are falling on deaf ears, but it's almost like I get like they're not, like they are being heard. But I do feel like they're trying to talk to you, but there's a little bit of fear there that you have. And so it's almost like just know, like, hey, God's with you, Spirit's with you, they hear you even though you're not hearing them. And it's okay, you're safe is another thing that they're saying. And there's one more thing too. Like, one second, it's not inspired action. Okay, sorry, one second. Oh, okay. One moment. I feel I have to tune in a little bit more. Hem, do you get anything else? I'm trying to take care of this.
I do. They were saying to me the minute that I heard pulled that card, they were saying to me that there's like a prophecy. I know this is a weird word to use, but that's the word they're using. There's something in your history, in your family line. There's a message in there for you, because they keep using this word prophecy to me. So and I'm not great with that word. Okay. So if anyone knows it better than me, please explain. But they're literally saying there's something within your life. There's something that's going to guide you. There's something that's been given to you as well. It's like, because this is saying about the windfall, isn't it? Yeah, that one was saying about the windfall. But I'm seeing that there's some kind of guidance. Was there something you wanted to do before that you didn't do? It's like something it's almost prophesized for you. There's something that you need to tap into and move into, and then you'll be helped with that. When you tap into that, you know what it is, because it's in your line, it's in your family, it's something you maybe thought about in the past. That's where it's at. That's what they're saying to me. And it's really clear. But that word prophecy, you just want to hold on to it, because it's like, you may see it somewhere, the word. Okay? Because I'm feeling you're going to read this. I'm feeling that you're going to see this, and you're going to then know, and it'll click. It'll click in for you. Okay? So just take that and remember it.
Yes. And I tuned into her, and I was trying to get any like next steps and things like that I felt like was guided. But as soon as I tuned in, I felt very, very emotional. Like I wanted to cry. So I don't know if that's like something like it's like deep within you. But number one, you're not alone. Number two, if you don't know how to connect with them, just reach out to either him or me. I have lots of free little guides and things like that can help you, because I feel like they really want you to get that relationship together. They want to come together. They want you to be able to hear them as they're talking to you. So
yeah.
yes.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I'm getting that. It's like, I think it's your blueprint. I'm using the word prophecy, but I think it's your blueprint. I'm getting that because they're using the word prophecy, but they do this sometimes to me. They use words that I wouldn't use, but they're talking about the fact it's in your DNA, it's in your structure, it's where you're going. It's yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. And I'm so happy. See, this is why I freaking love me and him, because it's like, I'm not sure if we're like yin and yang or whatever it is, but it's like, we chose the same card deck today. You reiterated about how it's in her blueprint, how it's in her DNA. And I totally forgot to say what else I was getting, which is like the thing with Celeste, I'm so sorry. We're like your therapist. And like, you're just like listening to like the therapist talk about your life and stuff like that. But basically it reminds me so much of my life. It's like I'm surrounded by people that, in my family and stuff that were like more toxic, more, more difficult and things like that. And it's like almost like some of my hangups are not really from me. They're from generational. They're from generations. They're from like my family and things like that. And yes. So really hit it. Okay. Yes. Hit it.
Well,
and get yourself around some nice people. Stick to with us. We'll help you out. Like I'm so afraid of heights. I can't go on like the third step of a ladder. But like, and so I'm like, oh my gosh, like I need to get over this. Well, my aunt came over one day. She couldn't even go up my stairs of my house, because she was like, oh my God, I'm scared of heights. And I'm like, oh gosh, Auntie, that's where I get it from. Yes. Oh, Heather and Hem make an awesome psychic team.
We are good to
bouncing off each other.
We do that. It is true. Very true. So who are you gonna pick one for someone, or is it me? Should I pick one for someone?
Yeah, sure. Pick someone. Yeah.
Ooh. Well, the cards come out. I think you need to pick the person, because now the cards come out.
I'm really drawn to I'm drawn to Tina and Kathy. So Tina W and Kathy L. Really drawn to them. As soon as that fell out, that's where my eyes were.
Okay. Well, we've got a helpful person for you guys. Okay. Someone wants to help you. Think of whom it might be and initiate contact. It's really interesting because when I get the angels here, they are literally saying that someone's been trying to give you that. They're saying they're going to be there for you. Someone, I feel you know this already. I actually, maybe not both of you, but I definitely feel one of you's already got that energetic frequency, that vibe. You've already had that slight connection, but you're actually thinking in your mind, do they really want to do that? Have they really got the time? Have they got other things they need to be doing? Oh, it's just little old me. You are thinking like that. But the angels are saying to me that this is them sending you help through another person. And when you tap into that, they're going to be able to bring you the message that you need all the help. Like Tina's got, I need all the help I can get. They are literally, this person's there. And it's really interesting because it's almost like they're standing by you. I do think one of you just can't see them though. I don't know which one of the two of you it is because they won't tell me and they're laughing. And they're actually laughing as they say this. And they're saying, look, it's something really lovely. This is a good relationship for you and it's going to help you. And actually, when you lean into someone, you know, sometimes, this is what I'm getting. Okay, I'm just going to say what I'm getting. Sometimes we think, I've got to do it all myself. I've got to do it on my own. I've got to self-publish. I've got to do this on my own. I can't ask anyone's help, blah, 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 blah. They're saying, no, this is not how it is. The help is going to give you things you wouldn't have thought of yourself. It's going to give you space to imagine, to weave, to create, to do something you wouldn't have done. Guess why? It's another person's perspective. And you need that right now. You need it more than anything that you've ever needed in your life. You need that other person's perspective. So have a little look around, think who it is. Also, they're saying to me, please be open to it being anyone. Being choosy may hold the person at bay. Okay.
Okay, that was just for me. That was for me. Who else? Who else resonated with that? I'm not sure on Instagram if you can hear him or not, but like all of a sudden something told me to stop, and they're like, Heather, pay attention. And I paid attention, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh my God, like that's 1000% me. Okay, really quick, show of hands, put in the comments or whatever. Who always wants to do things themselves? Because, you know, we do it better. It won't be done the right way. You know, like who here is hard at asking for help? Yeah. Who has a hard time asking for help?
Oh, mine's not asking for help. I can ask, but everyone says no.
Oh, you see, everyone says no. Or like, here's the thing though. It's like what I feel like this is for a lot of us, you know, to be honest. And I think it's kind of funny too, that you didn't know who it was for when you opened it up, because a lot of us, there you go. Guilty. Yes. You know what? I am writing it down right now. I got my Post-it notes out. Homework for us. Homework. Have to like delegate or ask for help in a big or small way. What you have to do, and tell me him if you're thinking of the same thing, is big or small, whatever it is that's been on your brain, that's been like a source of stress for you. You got to find someone to help you out with that. If it's your health, get a functional medicine doctor or somebody else. Go to a second opinion. You know, if it's something to do with your house, if it's something to do with cleaning, whatever it is, business, a book you brought up. I feel like somebody definitely has to write a book. So maybe they need to like, you know, get that, what is it called? Registered agent, travel agent. Come on. The agent for writing. What is it called?
It's just called an agent. It's a publishing agent.
You know, the language barrier between us.
I don't know. It's
I'm tired of doing things myself. Yes. And okay, I have to tell you, like in my house too, I don't do anything. I don't clean up anybody's stuff. If my husband leaves like a plate out, I literally go to him like, you left the plate out? Like you just think that I'm just going to take care of it? Like, no, that's you. You know, so it's like it's possible to do this. Yeah. Travel agent. I'm gonna have to like Google it.
It's just book agent. I don't think it's got some special name, has it?
Because I reached out to them. Okay, all right, please. Publisher, so close. Okay. Right,
it's not a travel agent.
It's not a book published. And then sometimes
literary agent. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you, Matt. You're my favorite in the world, Matt.
Well done, Matt. Yeah, all right. Right. Yes, it is a literary agent. I couldn't think of the word literary.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So I love going to Fiverr. If you guys don't know, Fiverr, like ghostwriters. You can also go to Upwork. They do ghostwriting too. You can find people for cheap. I'm putting it in the comments on Facebook
To be
anyway.
honest, now with all the AI as well,
And Linda
there's
got it, by the way.
there's
Oh yeah,
loads
you
of
can,
ways.
with all the AI, you can have Chat GPT write your book for you, Kathy. My last name
Okay,
is
but
Beach. I'm drawn to the
but,
starfish.
you know, most writers don't want Chat GPT writing for them. Okay.
Okay. So the boss Beach, by the way, I love that name, right? She was like, my last name is Beach. I'm drawn to the starfish around your neck, and my firstborn has red hair. Oh my gosh. Okay, so here's the thing: you don't know that both me and I think you came in late. Both me and Hem were drawn to the mermaids and dolphins deck. So it's meant to be. Like you're in the right spot. Chelsea, Michigan has a publishing company. That's what I'm saying. Like we got a network, peoples. We got a network. Have you can't handle me. You can't handle my ADD, can you? Or like my craziness.
Well, to be honest, I'm no better than you, but you seem to calm me quite down.
Wait, I calm you down?
I don't know, because I come in with the angel's energy and I think it affects you a little bit. And then I'm okay. I'm just sitting here going, yeah, I'll just let you,
Yep.
spin and enjoy yourself. It's good.
Yeah.
It's nice.
You work a lot with the angels.
I do.
I love the angels, but they're like way too angelic and calm for me. Like I need like that spirit guide that has like, like we used to be hippies in the 70s or whatever, or like we used to have like really cool lives together. Like that's what I'm talking about. Like I want like the homies, like when I talk with angels, I'm like, oh, I'm so bored. No, not really.
I ask spirit to help me when I do crosswords or when I do word search. That's how I work with them. They're really fast. I find everything really quickly, or I get the words really quickly.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a podcast episode,
Mad.
guys, on how to use like your psychic abilities, your intuition, and stuff like that on your daily life, like through crossword puzzles, on tests, like driving, what roads to choose and things like that. Like it makes your life so much easier. Learning about your abilities and stuff isn't just about doing this. It's about like all day long. It's so much fun.
It's always. Okay,
You want to do pick a card now? Because I have a feeling that's going to take us a minute.
Well, we're two of us. Yes, I think so. Go on then. We'll both do the card then.
I gotta like clean. Okay, so what happens is that when I use my cards too much, I have to like clean them sometimes as I'm doing it because I can feel so much energy coming off of them. So I have to like I knock 3 times and I just try to push some of the energy off. So then it cleanses them a little bit so that I'm not drawn to like every single card deck.
It is funny you said that because I was actually just doing that just before you said it. I was literally doing that. I don't know if you saw. I was just going.
Oh my god! I'm gonna choose every freaking card.
So how many cards?
They're so hot.
Like, should we both do a card? Like, we're doing 3 or 4?
3.
Okay.
Wait, why did you say 4?
I don't know. I never know. I never
do 4. Okay, we have.
I never do 4 though. I never do.
I would.
Even numbers.
It's even.
I like odd numbers. It's got to be odd numbers.
Now we got to do 4 because you mentioned it, and this top one had a lot of energy to it, and so I'm thinking that's going to be my card. Okay. So while you choose your 4 cards, okay. So everybody, okay.
Have you got yours?
Start from the top, okay. First off, I would just like to say the energy here is too much for me. I'm becoming a little loopy and crazy, like I'm freaking drunk. If you feel that way, a lot of times it means that you have too much like energy, like spiritual energy. So I'm going to ask Hem and the angels. I'm putting them in a little bubble real quick so I can like make sense about what I'm about to say. And we're about to do pick a card. So if you have any kind of questions or anything that's on your mind, I have pulled 4 cards and Hem has pulled 4 cards. So now you have a choice on what cards that you are drawn to. Maybe you're drawn to one of mine. Maybe you're drawn to one of Hem's. So we're going to let's do numbers 1, 2, 3, or 4. So first you can tune into my cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. What cards are you drawn on my side? And then you can tune into Hem's 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe you're drawn to both my 1 and Hem's 1. Maybe you're drawn to both 2 and 2, 3 and 3, or 4 and 4. See do you see how confusing this could get?
It is. Let me put C for Hem and Heather and A for Heather.
Yes. How are you feeling, Hem? I can unblock you now. I just needed
I just literally picked mine and yours. So I picked B and D of mine and yours. See?
Okay, let me do yours. So what you can do is like the sound is a really good one, because if it sounds like I'm saying one of them louder than the other, that's really good. But like right now, I don't feel like any of Hem's like verbally, like Hem's 1, 2, 3, 4, not really. So I'm gonna like just rub my hands together and I'm gonna go the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, and I literally just seen the 3 circles of like the Olympics. So now I know it's number 3. But I always keep my mind open because you might, be hesitant to one of them. And so you might not choose that one, but you're going to know that it's your message as soon as we start speaking and it hits you, because it's hitting you for a reason. It's like, okay, no, this is truly my card. Like, this is my guidance.
So I just want to say this: A, B, C, or D. Just feel it.
And then say it as numbers too, just in case.
1, 2, 3, and 4. It's this extra card.
Are you trying to get people to do number 4?
No, because I didn't want to do that card. Now I've picked it.
Oh yeah. Okay. And I felt 3 with yours as well. Hey, you can write it down if you're confused. Okay. 3.
I'm not confused. I've just got this thing about even and odd numbers. It's a weird sort of ADD thing, I think.
Or OCD thing. Okay. Yeah. Who should go first, Hem or Heather?
What do you say? Come on, tell us who should go first. I think it's you, actually, but let's see what I say.
think it's you, actually.
You think it's me?
I can do 3. She was like 1, 2, 4, and I can do 3. Like, I love it.
I'm wrong.
Heather, I was wrong. Everyone says me except for. Oh. Okay. See,
there's more Heathers. Go.
Me and the other Facebook user. Okay, now I switched to Heather's 4. Okay, go. Okay, Jennifer's like, go. Okay, so first off, for me, this is going to be 1 for Heather, and it's contemplation time. I'm not sure if you can see it. All right, and it literally says spend time alone meditating upon what you truly desire. So I'm sorry if you chose card number 1, because it's literally talking about how you really need to absorb. You need to sit down. You need to like get some of your thoughts out. You really need to figure out exactly what your priorities are, what you want, because you're taking too many actions thinking that that's what you're supposed to be doing. And it's like, that's not really supposed to be doing. You're spinning your freaking wheels. And there's like, you might be taking the options that are either more expensive, taking more time and things like that, that are not going to lead you towards what you truly want. So I hate to say this, but you have to meditate. That's going to be a good one. Doing that journaling, even just sitting down for a few minutes in silence is going to go a long, long way. And I definitely see Hawaii here. I wish I would have chose this. This is definitely a Hawaii vibe, which is also an Hakuna Matata vibe. Okay. So it's almost like the chill, come back down. Don't take any actions. Okay. Don't take any actions yet for number 1. All right. I feel like there's more information that is needed. Okay, like literally that's all I'm getting from this is like chill, Hakuna Matata, come back to yourself. Like, and also I feel like you need to get that answer from yourself if you're really truly going to trust it. I feel like you can't get this answer from anybody else either. So it's like, maybe for some reason this is also coming up. If you've been having a lot of signs lately and you're just asking for another sign, this is when spirit's like stepping in and being like, we've already given you a zillion freaking signs.
Why have done my card?
Is this your card? Oh, pay attention. Is that number 1 for you? Is that A?
Yeah, but listen to what you just said. What did you just say? It says here, notice repetitious signs in your inner guidance, as this can yield valuable information. They're actually trying to say that you need quiet time to see the signs.
You need quiet time to see the signs.
Yes, and it's funny because I didn't look at it yet, and you were reading it, and then I picked it up and I couldn't stop laughing because I was like, I think they go together, my lovelies. I think you got them all, both of them, because I believe that when I look at this card, you're being asked, yes, with that contemplation, to also give yourself the space to be able to see around everything that's happening. And when Anna said that, they keep giving you the signs, but actually you're not noticing the signs. You think you're seeing a sign which isn't the one that they're giving you. So when they say pay attention, what they're saying is, yeah, it's all very well and good you looking at a sign and wanting it to be X when it's actually Y, because that's what's happening. And I can really see it for a lot of you here, right? You're looking at the sign and going, well, it means this. And the angels are saying, and the spirit's going, no, it actually means this. But you're not paying attention. And that's what the quiet contemplation is going to bring you. The ability to really hit the nail on the head, really get it right, and really pinpoint what you need. But the other thing I get as well, though, is that there is a sense of sort of stepping back a little bit as well, because I think it's in your card, and I see it in this one as well. I see this need to step back, to step forward. So you might need to look a little bit behind you and see how you dealt with something to bring it into the new space, which is the new beginning, which is what I'm seeing. Okay? So yes.
Oh, but I like this. Tina's like, I don't know what my sign means.
Depends on what it is, doesn't it?
Yeah. And I think that maybe is the reason why this card's here too.
Yeah.
Because like obviously, like if you tell us what the sign is, we can try and interpret it for you and give you some advice. So which you totally can do that, Tina. You could put that in there. What signs you have been getting. But it seems like it might have to come from within.
I think so a lot of it is, I will interpret it one way, Heather will interpret it another way, but maybe for you it means something else. I always think kind of feel into what something means for you, feel into how, it's that blue jay feather, is it? The one you put on the page? She wonders about that blue jay feather. I felt that as it
was always males in spirit for me. And everybody else, give us what you think a blue jay means to you. But blue jays to me are always males in spirit, but could even be an uncle, a father figure, that kind of thing. What about you?
I also, because that was upright and it was standing upright, I also saw that as it was upright, there was something about you needing to be in your power and stay strong and firm in your decisions and where you're going. And it's really interesting because I think we talked about it before anyway. But the thing is, it's like, staying strong in your power. What are you doing? Stop that rubbish. Oh my God, I hate it. And also pay attention to people mucking around about you as well, because I think that's very pertinent. But yeah, no, just joking aside. But yes, it's about you being firm in your, staying strong in your, that's what I saw when I saw the feather. I saw this need to be strong, this need to be centralized and focused. And at the top of the feather, it's slightly white, so I feel that's moving you into your crown chakra. So that's what I was saying, but I want you to think on it yourself as well. I think you ought to, really. It's up to you, of course, but I think, like Heather was saying, your inner wisdom will also have some message as to what that means for you. What do you reckon? What are you doing, monkey? What are you up to? I know you're up to something when you start giggling or making faces.
But it's so much fun when you're around, because then I can play in the comments and I can play with all these other things. So when you're channeling, giving messages, which I'm listening, by the way, I think you're totally 1,000 bang on, but it's almost like you're channeling so perfectly. It's like, yeah, what she said,
I can play.
I know, I'm like the little kid that's running away, and you're trying to get me to go back up.
Like a little kitten with a little ball of little ball of like wool or something. You're chasing it around.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So blue jays means use your voice. And then here's what I do too. Not sure if it helps, but I always ask. I'm like, okay, who the hell is sending me this freaking blue jay sign, and what does it mean? And then I wait to see what kind of guidance that I get. It could be like a text message, an email. All of a sudden, I'm invited to a workshop that's about spirit guides. Doesn't mean I have to go to that workshop, but it means, okay, maybe it's a spirit guide. Okay, then what do you want me to know? I literally keep on talking back to them, and they talk back to me in coincidences.
Yeah, and Facebook
I always laugh when the blue jays get loud.
Yeah, and Facebook users say speak up. I always love, and because they get like a bit, speak up. They like that, speak up. And I said that like straightness, just being strong in your power. It is your power. I feel it's your power. I really do. But it's how you want to interpret it.
And it's so crazy too because Diana is asking about getting a reading, about, moving, and it will be a house or apartment and stuff like that. But for some reason, when I seen that, I seen blue in there, like I seen that word blue in there. So to me, I think that it talks about this contemplation time. I feel like, like what we were just talking about, Diana, which is, not taking any actions right now, really sitting down, figuring out what you truly want first and that kind of stuff. And instead of being like, oh my God, will it be a house or apartment? You decide whether it's going to be a house or apartment. Is it going to be a condo? Is it going to be in the area you want? It's almost like they want you to really use your manifesting abilities, instead of being like, oh my gosh, like, where am I going to move? No, you tell God where you're going to move. Be like, hey, yo, I know we had this kind of relationship where you kind of like, I just kind of go with the flow, but now I am going to be an active manifester in my life. And I say that I kind of want, I think I want an apartment because I don't want to mow the grass no more. And then you do it that way. So definitely contemplate, don't take action, just wait, all that jazz. You decide what you want to do, and then you tell spirit what you want, and then just wait for them to deliver.
Yeah, I also want to say to that though, because the angels are saying this to me to say to you, also get a little notebook and write down your dreams and what you want it to look like. So they're saying to me to say to you, bring it to life in your mind so that you can create it. They're really hot on this. They're showing me the pen, they're showing me the paper, they're saying it's going to really work for you. They're just so, yeah, they're being quite strong about that. So
and I know we got to go on to card 2, but she's like, oh, but I did all of that and stuff. So then the next step is going to be try and find out what your inspired action is, because that's a big step that people miss in the manifestation process too. Is like, you have to take inspired action. So like, what is it? Like, is it going to be, showing up at those houses, going to them? Is it going to be showing up in the apartments? Is it going to be, whatever it is, you have to start then taking action. Even though this seems contemplation time, I feel like you haven't really decided. But if you say that you have, then start taking steps on that. Inspired action is in spirit action. Yep. Got to take action though. Like, affirmations are kind of action, but I mean literally actions in the physical world, going ahead and grabbing the paper, going to open houses, figuring out what you do and don't want, just playing around with it.
Yeah, I think there needs to be some movement as well. Yeah, I can feel that. But
yeah,
I don't love affirmations. Sorry, lovelies. I'm not very good at them. Okay, then. If we get the same card ever, I think that'd be fun.
I want to get the same card. What did you get?
Okay, let's turn at the same time.
Okay.
Do it. I don't think we did though.
Oh,
no,
we did it.
I didn't sense we did. I just didn't sense.
Okay, I think that our numbers are going together today. So even though you might have only chose my card 2 and you didn't choose Hem's card 2, I think that it's both, because mine is self-forgiveness and yours is
break free.
That totally goes together.
Yeah, they do. They do.
So mine says, let go of old guilt and remember that you're God's perfect child. Give yourself some slack if you chose card 2. The guilty voice, the mean voice in your head, your mean ego, the I should have been here by now, I should have done that, I shouldn't have done that, I suck, I'm not pretty, I'm fat, whatever it is, okay? You're good. Akuna Matata it, all right? This is really, my card is really talking about that self-talk too and letting it go. Like, seriously, when we cross over on the other side and we're looking back on our life here, a lot of the stuff that we're wrapped around the axle with, that we're just wound too tight with, that we're stressing over is not going to matter, all right? We are going to think it's foolish for spending our precious time here on this crazy but beautiful planet, like wrapped around things that we shouldn't be wrapped around with. It's almost like cutting those cords and getting those emotions out of the things that you've been through, and like literally forgiving yourself. Like, hey, it's okay. It's like, that's all I keep on getting. I keep on getting like, it's okay. Keep on moving on, right? Whatever mistakes, whatever has happened, whatever is going on, just you have to keep on moving on, keep on trucking along, and don't carry all that excess baggage with you. All right. Cutting those cords, making sure that you're no longer emotionally attached to it, and to stop it. As soon as those thoughts keep on playing over and over in your head where you're like, whatever it is, what you have to do, and I know it kind of sucks. It's kind of like going to the gym. You have to keep on saying, angels, take it away. Angels, take it away. Every time it comes in, angels, take it away. And then sometimes you're like, angels, like, can you take it away for a little longer? Like I'm tired about this. Talk to him like that and be like, dude, like, angels, Archangel Michael, if I think about this one more time, like, me and you are going to have a talking to. Do it. Just keep on doing that. But what are you
I
getting?
get, I get that. I'm just going to sort of go a little bit from that card and then into this one. I get that some of you have already been starting that self forgiveness journey anyway, and you're moving into that. But it's just that they're saying to me to say to you, just keep trucking, keep going with it, and keep going underneath it. Because what they're saying is, you start a little bit, and then you get, because it's quite hurty. It kind of hurts, right? It's kind of they're giving me a word, I don't know what it is. And so I'm sorry, I'm not going to say it because I don't know that word. But but they're literally saying to me that it's like catharsis. You're releasing stuff. You're letting things go, right? But they're saying rather than, because I can really feel it as I'm doing this, and as I'm saying this, I could feel the depth of that forgiveness. And then it's too hard. I've hit that wall. I can't go further. But they're asking me to ask you to dive deeper so you can come up. Look, like this, come up, right? Like the dolphin, break free from the chains. Because what they're saying to me, because this says try different ventures and experiences as ways to learn. But what I'm getting when I see these two cards is that you need to rise up. You need to go down, deep, 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 deep into the sea, right? You need to go deep in, right? And when you've got all that way deep into your self-forgiveness, you've let it go, you've finished with it, you're done with it, you can rise up, you can break free from all the shackles. Because what the angels are saying to me is, for many of you that picked this card, you felt very shackled to, and this is a belief, a limitation, a thought. You're believing something that isn't actually true due to how you perceived something when you were a lot younger. It's not real. They're actually showing me it's all illusion. It's like a mirage. It's like you're standing in the desert and you're seeing something that isn't there. They're saying you need to get free from those things. And they're also saying to me, because they're bringing in fun now, they're saying go do something crazy, go do fun things while you're in the forgiveness process. So, you can get on that bike and go for that crazy ride, or you can dive with dolphins, do fun things that will help you with this forgiveness and ease your heart. Yeah, because it's your heart that's actually taking the bashing there. Yeah.
Ooh, I love that. I really tuned into the part where it was like, go do something fun, like the bike ride, go swimming with the dolphins, something cool and crazy and things like that. Like, I love that because, like, you don't have to have money to do crazy and funny things, and you don't have to, like, be all over the world. You can have fun in your own backyard. So,
Exactly.
yeah,
Yes. Yes.
love
I
it.
love it. Love it.
Love it. Okay, I think wait, do you want to do your card next? Or do you want me to do mine?
Aren't you meant to do yours? Because I just read.
Do mine? Okay. Because I just read, Heather. I gotta give my voice the time to like.
Give my voice a break.
Okay. So sorry. Like I'm like, this is the card that I chose, so I was giving my message first for everybody else.
Oh.
I'm like, oh, this is such a great card. Okay, so for card 3, let yourself receive. And then it says, allow others to give you loving care, receive without guilt or apologies. And this is something that I feel like many of us, let me know, like, do you feel the same way? Is it difficult for you to receive? Whether or not you chose card 3, just let me know if it's hard for you to receive or not, because for me as well, and I think it's because many of us, even women, we're always having to do things around the house and for other people, and that keeps us in our masculine energy because we're such natural givers. But the thing is that we need to learn how to receive so that we could have that balance within ourselves, the yin and yang of the feminine and the masculine. And so how you do this first is, you don't feel bad. Okay, allow people to do little things for you, take the compliments. Okay, yes. Okay, yes. I chose this card. It's hard. Yes. We need to be open to receiving, because what happens though is if we can't accept the small things, like a compliment, someone getting us a drink, someone bringing over us dinner and things like that, then we can't accept the big things that spirit wants to bring into our life, like a money, like lottery, like a brand new car, the man of our dreams, the house of our dreams, things like that, because we might have this underlying belief that we're not good enough, that we don't deserve it, or it's not us, it's them that can get that. I can't get this. But once you start receiving a little bit and a little bit, it's almost like it compounds, and then all of a sudden it opens up like the section of your brain where it's like, I am just as good as everybody else, and I deserve that too. Does that make sense? It's almost like no one is better than you and no one is less than you. And so it's like, you know what? Yeah, I am going to receive that. I am going to receive the compliments. I am going to let myself, buy a really expensive couch or a really expensive outfit, because I deserve it. I'm preaching, but I'm the one that chose this card too. Okay, so it's a message for me as well. What do you say to that, Hem?
It's so interesting because that card, it just brought up something for me, and I'll go to this one in a moment, right? But that card brought up something for me, and it's this thing where, and I know you were like pointing out females more when you were talking about that receiving thing and the giving thing, but actually, I want to tell you a little secret. Did you know that females are meant to receive? Left side, female, receiving side. Men are meant to give. So we've been taught the reverse due to the society that we've lived in. If we actually learned to be open, then the circle works accurately. The reason we have a lot of disconnect in this world is because of this issue. And some Facebook user said that receiving is just the same as asking for help, and it is true. We've been trained, many of us, and this isn't just females, some males have as well, males and females, and everybody has been trained to feel that receiving is not being honorable, like we're asking for more than we deserve. Well, actually you do deserve 100%, you do deserve. So then you've got the card time to move on, but I think they work together. I think that because as I looked at this and I saw that, and I said to the angels, well, how do these tap into each other? I'll give you what I saw and what they said. So they said, well, it's time to move on from that old way of not being able to receive. It's time to let go of that need for someone to be that person. But they're saying you be that person. You be that one that learns to receive. You be that one that learns that you're actually the receiver. If you're feminine and you're the giver, if you're male, and obviously you can have both because we're looking at yin and yang here, okay, which is everyone has to epitomize all areas. And then you can move on. But this one says it's time to let go of the old and worn out so the new can come in. And I'm sensing and seeing, and I can feel it everywhere, tasting as well. Literally, it's time to let go of that old paradigm, that old way of that thinking, that old way of being. We're done with that. We need to, those of us listening now or in the replay, we're done with that rubbish. We are not going to let all these wrong statements and wrong messages keep us trapped, because it's entrapment in a lot of ways. If you think you don't deserve, everybody deserves, and everybody deserves to move away from the old, tired, same story. Yes. Are you ready?
Yes, like, are you ready? And I love how Jamie said ending old cycles too, because that's exactly what I was thinking. And then like a part of me is like, whether like, so like on a health kick too. And then it's almost like let yourself like receive like the goodness too. And it's time to move on from those bad habits and, like the old cycles and things like that just constantly kept you in this way, knowing that you deserve whatever it is that you want. And it's time to let go of those limiting beliefs. It's time to like treat yourself better. And it's time to move the F on into the life that you want. And if you're not living the life that you want, then you're going to make the choices to start making it. It's almost like you got to figure out first and then taking those few little steps. And it's like it could be easier than what you expect. Like, I'm not sure about you, but I'm like, man, I would want to live off of the water, and I would want to just spend my days drinking and things like that. And then it's like, well, I have a small lake out here. How often am I even back there? It's like what I was wanting in my life, it's like it's not that far from what my life is now. So it's like almost you get to change your perspective a little bit and see like, no, let's do it. It's all might be mind, for some of us it's more in mind.
I think often it's not seeing what you have as well. It's like you think
not seeing what you have.
I don't have enough. I was listening to Wayne Dyer yesterday, and Wayne Dyer said that so many of us are looking at what we haven't got rather than what we have got. And he was saying if you can concentrate on the good stuff you have got, then you're going to bring more of that good stuff in. So yeah, that's the thing. That's it.
Because where your focus goes, energy flows.
Exactly.
Yeah. And trained to expect the other shoe to drop after receiving. Yes. So like Linda, oh my God, that's so perfect. She was like, you are always trained that like if you do get something good, then something bad is about to follow. And I think that's another reason why it says time to move on. It's time to move on from that way of thinking. Like just go ahead and change that thought. Every time that you think that thought, be like, nope, that's how it used to be. That's not how it is anymore. Now, when I get stuff, guess what? Even better stuff comes up. So we got to change that.
Exactly. Tina says, appreciate what you have to receive more. Exactly. It's exactly the message. It's just like the more you respond and receive and notice what they're bringing, the more of that they can bring you. And I just love that. It's just cool. Yes. I didn't pick that.
That's so funny because I was about to ask Kathy L what card she chose because the very last word that you just said, do you remember what the very last word you said?
No.
It was yes.
Did I? See, I don't know because I'm channeling on.
Oh, and that's card number 4.
Again,
And
mine.
it was so funny because right before I picked it up, I seen Kathy's comment that was yes. And then I turned it over and the card was yes. And then the very last word you said was yes. And then I'm like, oh my God. So OMG, WTF, I love saying this. Whoever chose card 4, oh, you chose card 3. Darn, because it's never
I
yes.
did. Yes.
It's yes. It's like, okay, if you chose number 4, it's like yes, 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 yes. Yes, your intuition is right. Yes, now is time to take action. Yes, 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 yes. Like it's a lot of that energy. Oh, and it literally says on here, your intuition is correct. Take action accordingly. This is a time to like take that action. Whatever you've been guided to do, if you even ask for advice or following your intuition, whichever one is really stronger within you, that's the one that you should go with. Because also that whole thing about, you know, if you make a mistake in making choices, as long as it was your choice to make and that you listen to yourself, then everything is fine. Okay. It's like when you listen to a lot of other people and like your friends and that kind of thing, they might have bias and those kinds of stuff. So it's like pay attention to what your intuition's saying, paying attention to the guidance, the signs, the coincidences and stuff like that. So what did you get? Because I have a feeling it comes with this.
So that, well, yes and no.
Yes and no. Oh my God, it'd be so funny if it was no.
No, it's not. No, it was not that good. But it was interesting with the yes because I got that for many people. It's kind of I lost it now. The angel said it and I lost it. Okay, I can't give you that because I've forgotten it. So this is the problem. They channel it in. If I don't hear it on that moment and tell you it on that moment, I lose it in that moment. So we're going to go to this card, which is music for manifesting. But it says to manifest rapidly, think of your desire while you chant, hum, sing, or play music. And then if you look at the yes, which is saying your intuition already knows. Oh, this is what I was going to say. They brought it back in. What it is, they've said to me, is that, you know, that some of you already know where you're meant to be going, what you're meant to be doing, and how you're meant to be moving yourself forward. But you're actually questioning it. So they're saying to me to say that it'd be really good if you move into chanting. And they're talking about like mantras. They're talking about things like those sounds, the vibration of like the chakras or lam or yum or something like that, right? Because what they're saying is it's going to help you to actually hear your yes very clearly. Because what they're showing me, they're showing me like murky water. So it's like you're trying to look in it and you're going, well, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're saying yes to. I don't get it. Well, actually, what it is because your mind's a little bit clouded to what you want, and you're trying to. It's the angels are really putting this in my head. You're trying to make it something they're not saying. So you're trying to go in a direction that isn't the direction. When they say yes, they mean here the spirit, the inspired signs, the in spirit signs. Not the signs of what you thought you wanted to do, not the old way. Again, not the old way, the new way. The new way is you taking inspired action. Chanting is going to help you to calm your mind so your intuition can accurately tell you and clear that murky water. So it's crystal clear and you have the vision and you know exactly, because you can have it. It's so clear. They're saying, look, that's where you got to go. And we're all standing there going, I can't see. And that's what they're showing me. They're showing me all of us being a little bit reticent. And the other thing they're saying as well is, if you don't dip your toe in the water, how are you going to have the next step? A little bit of trepidation for some of you. I think some of you are a little bit afraid of this next step, actually. There's a little bit of fear there. And the angels are asking you to chant and hum because it will remove the fear consciousness energy, which isn't in this dynamic. It's not in this frequency. Remove yourself out of that old frequency into the new one. Okay? So there you go.
I think that's so true. And I think it brings up something that might help out a little bit too, because I posted like a reel about it, but right around February, March of 2020, I was going to open up my own office and things like that. And it was like, I kept on getting no's. But the thing is, I really wanted it. And so then it was like, wait a second, I know I seen cows that were no, but I did say a fox for yes, and I seen a couple of foxes. So now all of a suddenly I am just hearing the things that I want to hear. And then I'm like, well, I seen a fox or two, and I have free will, and I could do whatever I want, and I don't have to listen to spirit. And so I kept on trying to, convince myself, like, hey, this is okay, and I can do it. And you can do it. You can do whatever you want. It's just that spirit's going to try and lead us towards the path of least resistance. And so then finally, I just had to be really honest with myself. And I finally just felt it in my gut. And I'm like, man, I can't do this. Like, I just can't. Kind of like what you said, chanting, humming is going to get you into that spot. It's going to release some of it so you can be able to feel or notice those impressions that's trying to stop you from, maybe making the wrong choice, going down the path of most resistance. And guess what? I did it. I stopped myself and I did not open up the office. And thank God, because this was March of 2020 when the pandemic hit. So thank God that I listened, because if not, I'd have been stuck in a lease paying how much money during the pandemic.
It is funny. It is funny how that works, because we nearly rented a place. And I just said, no, we're not going to do that. We're not going to go and rent something extra. And then we didn't do it, luckily. And look what happened. We would have been exactly the same place. You've got to be attuned. And your gut will tell you anyway. Your gut is such a good indicator, and your heart will tell you. They will tell you, really.
And I love, too, what Moni said. Moni was like, sound baths are good, add in as well. I think that's great, too.
Really good.
There's something there, especially if you chose card 4, with a vibration of like music, with sound, with like affirmations, like all those things, the chanting. There's something there that would be really, really, really good for you, and you should try that out. So definitely, even though sound baths are really awesome.
And it will speed up as well. It's going to speed up your yes manifestation. And I love sound baths. They are amazing. You just have to go lay around for an hour, and look, you can get your yes.
Yes, and then you will have, maybe things will fall into place, or maybe you'll know your next step to take, because so oftentimes we want to know what the next step to take is. We want to know what's going to happen. We're going to want to know all of this, but a lot of times it's our own personal journey. It's like, you ask spirit, when is this going to happen? Like, it's up to you. It's like not everything in our life has a timeline. Some things are up to us. And so it might speed up that process. It might become more clear what inspired action steps that you need to take, or what things you need to change, or what things you need to stop doing in order to have it come back. If that makes sense.
Yes.
It never ends when I don't listen to my intuition. I do a lot. Yes. Yep. Like, just a little quick, you guys probably remember me selling Color Street. I did Color Street for a minute, and Spirit told me not to do it, but I was like, I want to do it because I love it and I want to do it, so bug off. And I did it, and guess what happened? Like, it was fun, but it was just kind of like a waste of time, waste of money, and things like that. It's like, Heather, this is not what you're meant to be doing. So yeah,
Leslie, they do work on YouTube. Because I go to them, I've been to them in real life, and during, I don't know, being lazy sometimes, I just listen to them, and they do exactly the same thing. You get exactly the same vibe. There can be a slight difference, but it's not anything that really makes much of a difference to you, because you still get that vibration.
Yeah, she's just talking about the sound baths, like on YouTube and stuff. They totally work. And think about it, like, to me, it kind of reminds me of like readings. Sometimes in person it can be a little bit better, but then it's like we're connecting to energy, so it's just. Yeah. Oh, I have 2 ravens and 2 turtle doves on my coral fence right now. OMG. We totally need to figure out what the symbolism for that is, because that's really neat.
There's something there. I had a bird fly into my window earlier today. So, yes, I know. Yeah.
Dude, that is so nuts. Wow. Okay, yeah, so watch out for the birds. Apparently our spirit guides, past loved ones, and angels or whatever might be getting our attention with birds today. So, oh my gosh. I had so much fun with everybody today. I had so much fun with you, Hem. It's always so much fun with you.
Yes. I'll probably be back at Christmas.
Yes. No, we definitely need to have you on more. It's been a minute. So I'm definitely going to be seeing everybody next Sunday for Coffee and Cards. You can tune in my podcast, The Spiritual AF Life, on Monday. And then, Hem, are you still doing readings?
Yeah, if you want to find me, come to the Self-Love Self-Care Angel System page on Facebook.
Perfect. Right. I love everybody, and I hope that you guys have a wonderful Sunday, and we'll see you soon.
Have a lovely day, everyone. Bye. 2 hands. Bye.